Your Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, Honorable Mike Foster, Minister of International Development, Mr. Paul Skinner, Chairman, Commonwealth Business Council, Dr. Mohammed Kaur, CEO of Commonwealth Business Council, Honorable Ministers, business leaders, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The world is in a crisis born from regulatory mismanagement. The contagion of hopelessness has spread throughout the world, affecting those who have had little or no ownership in their own demise. Still, the question remains, what will be the lessons? Prominent media outlets and recognized economists are already shaping this as a debate between market fundamentalism and cost. The notion of unfettered markets versus authoritarian regimes, who they say are anxious to buy influence and whose values they insist are inconsistent with good governance and high environmental standards upon which we in emerging markets increasingly insist. I believe these observers are missing the point. The analysis reflects worn-out thinking. Indeed, they are engaging us in a conversation for less wealth and political power. It is marked by unproductive debate over the merits of aid. These commentators are discussing symptoms, not root causes. This dynamic glosses over the hypocrisy by some which prevents deep introspection and leaves poverty safely intact. While they have relative attributions to one another, they ignore the most salient fact that the current situation robs the majority of the world's people of their autonomy and therefore their dignity. We can no longer afford to participate in a discussion for a time in which we no longer live. It is time for we who lead nations, the multilateral institutions, and the academy to agree on a new protocol that can be constructed on mutual respect and common interests. It is also time for the press to rise up once more and play their historic role, which is to shed light on the new terms of discourse. We who lead nations should not preach the merits of change to others and not be willing to change ourselves. It is time to provide not only the nutrition, shelter, healthcare, and education they require, not only to create the nation of justice, opportunity, and tolerance. In that spirit, I invite those in the leadership of the G8 to recognize that others have something to offer, especially on the issues that affect their own lives. Together, we need to develop broad and more effective consultative processes that genuinely integrate our vision of our own destiny into your plan. people in developing nations are less convinced these days that Western help is motivated by altruism. Some think that the rhetoric of free markets is a cover for protecting the commercial interests of wealthy nations. They see that we in poor nations are forced to eliminate subsidies, even as you subsidize your own sensitive sector. They see that the benefits of privatizations in poor nations often went to the citizens of well-off nations. They see that the medicine you compelled East Asian nations to take a decade ago during their banking crisis seems not to be the medicine you are willing to ask your own citizens to swallow. They see that China and India, who control their own destinies, are the ones managing unprecedented growth and consequently eradicating poverty at the highest rates the world has ever seen. While it is not appropriate for me to speak on behalf of all of Africa, I can say that we have leaders in all parts of the continent and at all levels of civil society, commerce, and the government who are ready to assume the mantle of their own people's destiny. We need only identify and support them. Indeed, those who live in a well-off nations should be happy that they exist and are capable and eager to eat. Business leaders have choices to make. Those who plan to invest in rent-seeking models to merely extract natural resources and sell them at low price points, to avoid fair taxes, to underpay our workers, to scar our land, should reconsider this approach. We seek those who are willing to build their core processes and core products enough in the greatest possibility of superior returns, the skills and abilities of their African colleagues.